Happy Friday, MGTOW guys. Gonna do another video here for you. I was searching for this video for a while. I remember watching this about a year ago. I used to go to this forum called sluthate.com. I think originally it was called something else. It was a bunch of angry guys who would say, they mainly exposed to PUA, being fraud, and they would say terrible things. I mean, they would say the end, they would say people were being raped, people being killed. It was a very harsh site. I think it closed down. But I remember somebody posting something like ugly guy gets rejected by hundreds of thousands, 100 girls or 1,000 girls, and he didn't get much dates. Now this guy right here, his name is Jake Showcase. You can find him on YouTube. This guy is someone I can relate to. This guy, you can tell by looking at him. I don't know how tall he is. He looks really short in his videos. I don't know. He could be 5'4" to 5'8". He could be shorter than that. I don't know. And you could tell by looking at his face, he's not, he's got nice hair and everything, but he's got kind of an affliction. He kind of has a little bit of a wandering eye, not to make fun of him. And this guy, like most of us, wanted to pretty much, go out, and he thought the PUA thing would work, because they say looks don't matter, right, everybody? Hey, looks don't matter. So he went out, and he didn't get much results either. So pretty much I was looking for this video, so I typed in Google, PUA doesn't work. And this showed up. So here it is. Let's get to this video. It's about 6 minutes to see if we can get through this whole thing, which we should be able to.
Hi everybody, I'm Jake Johnson. This is Jake Showcase. I do videos on Wednesdays, sometimes more. Today I'm going to do a little video here talking about why I don't ask out girls anymore. And in a way it's sort of a bit of an apology video, and it's just I just want to tell you, sort of what's been in my experience, and why I've sort of stopped asking out girls completely. Alright, so basically I was having a hard time sort of like learning some of the skills and techniques of how to sort of engage with women in an appropriate manner. And just because I'm a real kind of a research guy, I ended up running into a bunch of stuff. You might have heard of it, like the pickup artist or pickup community, and I run into a lot of their materials, and I got really into it. Like I really started reading about the different strategies and techniques and I sort of really took to it, because I basically figured I want to have a relationship. I'm having a hard time meeting somebody, and I don't exactly know what to do. So smartly you go and you start to think about, well, how can I learn and read about it. So I ended up reading a whole bunch of stuff, and one of the things is that you got to ask out girls, and So I sort of went on a bit of a rampage, and I started asking out a whole lot of girls, particularly this year, but I've done...
Okay, so let's stop right here. Pretty much he has the same story most of us have. He was failing with girls, he found the PUA thing, he read a lot of stuff, and he decides to go out and take action. But one of the problems with PUA is they tell you to go out and ask out a lot of girls, and that actually is a bad thing. The reason why, as I explained before in the video, why approaching tons of girls will mess your head up, is because when you start to ask out all these girls, thinking you're going to get laid, and they all reject you, you start to really resent women, because they say looks don't matter, all you have to do is say hi, all you have to do is be nice. You go out, you start approaching these fucking thoughts, and you don't get results, then, man, you start to really fucking hate life.
And I've kind of gone on and off with this throughout the years, where I'll go on sort of like these real kicks and then kind of fade back. But right now, I just went through a period of time where I asked out hundreds of girls. If you're an attractive lady that you have actually met me, I probably asked you out. And if I haven't asked you out and you're an attractive lady, I probably meant to ask you out, but I either ran out of time or... so I would ask out a lot of girls. I would ask out hundreds and hundreds of girls, probably into the thousands, just asking out if they want to go for a coffee or phone number.
So this is somebody I can relate to. I don't know how long he did this for, but as I said before, I did it for over 10 years of me cold approaching girls, all different types, as I said before, younger, older, every single race, all that other shit. And this is, when I watched this guy's video, I was like, I definitely can relate to this guy, approaching all these girls and just, getting nothing, like nothing. You're pretty sure maybe he got a few pity dates, but not really getting what you want out of this whole thing.
And basically, unlike what they say in the pickup community, where they say, oh, it's all a numbers game, and like 1 out of 10 will for me, I was getting nowhere. And
Okay, so I like what he had to say right there. Another video I put out, even though I probably have to redo it, the numbers game video, they got messed up with the audio. Pretty much, they say to you, it's a numbers game. You know, if you ask out 100 girls, one of them will have sex with you. There's no guarantee. That's the problem with the whole PUA thing. There's no guarantee. You can ask, there are guys out there who literally ask out 100 girls, and they may get a date. They might get a kiss, like a pity kiss or something, or a phone number, some phone numbers. But in terms of actually getting laid, you can literally ask out 100 girls and not get laid by one. So this guy's breaking it down very honestly, and I like this video.
I was ruthless about it. Like I would ask on the streets. I would ask, where people, work. I would ask, just meeting them in sort of situations, where might not be like the best to ask out a girl, if they want to go out or not. I would ask them out anyway, just to sort of get through it. And for me personally, I made a rule that I had to ask out one girl a day, right?
Okay, so you can tell right here, this guy is really motivated. The problem also with PUA is we put this pressure on ourselves. Like I gotta ask out at least one girl a day. I gotta ask for at least one phone number. I used to do the same thing too. It motivates you, but we don't realize what you're doing is you're putting this mental crazy pressure on yourself that eventually will end up you just snapping and just not wanting to go out anymore. You start to get angry once again. And I like the fact that he said he asked out girls in different places, because I didn't just go to bars. I had people say, wow, stop going to bars. I was going to bookstores, cafes, malls, outside in the street. It's like that one video you saw me talking to that girl and I was saying the C word over and over, and I was out in the street. I mean, I was going everywhere, and it just didn't matter.
Sort of keep up the, drive. So every day I would think, okay, well, who can I ask out today? And it was usually far more than that. It was usually about 3 or 5. One time I asked out, I think, 17 girls, and I would do it on a computer. I would do it on a telephone. I would do it in person. I would do it like text messages, any sort of means. As long as I asked out or approached one girl per day, I felt like, okay, well, that's successful and stuff like that. But it really wasn't working for me. And I think I made a lot of, girls and women feel uncomfortable, even girls and women that are like close in my life.
Okay, so really quick before he gets to his apology, and yes, he does end up apologizing. This guy, I never asked out that many girls. I'm trying to think, what's the most amount of girls I probably approached in one day for day game? I probably maybe approached about 10, maybe 12. On a college campus, especially, when I used to go to college campuses, because I saw Simple Pickup doing it, I used to approach a lot. I would approach probably 5 to 10 girls, because they were just everywhere. But once again, I can definitely relate to this guy. And now he's going to apologize because, once again, he feels guilty. We'll get to that now.
Life that I knew I would ask them out too. So I went basically haywire. And, I just... sometimes I might even ask them out 2 times or even 3 times if I really, really like them, right? And, then I would get the point, okay, I guess they don't like me. But, I just basically feel like, it doesn't work. Basically, right? It doesn't work, doing all that stuff. And so I know there might, it might, not be, people who are in that community, they might think it works, but for me, in my experience, it clearly does not work.
Now, there we go. This is what I like to say. You can tell this guy's an honest, genuine guy, not just because he's trashing PUA. You can tell he's sincere. He has nothing to lose. And, the only guys that I ever knew they got success from doing PUA were guys, as I said before, who were better looking than the average guy. These guys were usually very tall. They had a slim or athletic build. They were mostly white, even though in my city, black actually gets very good results as well. And those guys always had no problem getting the poon, as you would say. But it's funny, when you're a guy and you try to be honest and say, look, PUA doesn't work, you have so many brainwashed douchebags out there who say, oh, come on, man, it works. No, man, it works. And some of these guys don't even get results themselves. It's like, what proof do you have results? Oh, because your favorite pickup company puts out bullshit videos every month, where a bunch of college kids go and they're in a fucking cult and they're chanting his name. Yeah, once again, I really relate to this guy and everything he has to say.
And so I stopped. The way I look at it now is like, if a girl likes me or if somebody likes me, they'll let me know, right? And they'll make it real obvious and apparent that they really like me. And in those types of situations, I might suggest we do something together. But I've completely stopped all of that stuff, and I'm sorry, to any girl or lady out there that I might have made feel uncomfortable. I didn't mean to. I just was trying to, build my confidence and, hopefully meet somebody that I liked or was attracted to, and hopefully they were attracted back to me. And, so I guess I'm sorry to you ladies out there, and, I'm not going to ask out no more girls.
So this is the thing that bothers me is, once again, women never do anything wrong because they don't have to do shit. You have a guy, and I used to feel this way too. I used to feel guilty. You go out, and because you have to do everything as a guy, you have to approach, you have to ask them out, you have to try to attract them, text them, pay for everything, impress them, you have to do all this stuff. Then you start to feel guilty. Like, this guy did nothing wrong. This guy was just trying to prove his life, prove his dating life, prove his sex life. He was even trying to get a girlfriend. He's just going out meeting girls, and now look at him. He's apologizing. What did he do wrong? He did nothing wrong. That's what society says. Society says, as a man, you have to go out, you have to do everything. But the problem is, women only want to be approached by a certain type of guy. And unfortunately, no one's going to really tell you. You're not going to really know unless you go out and try this crap thousands of times like I have and he has, that it's, you're not one of those guys that women don't really want to talk to and approach. So he ends up apologizing, but do women ever apologize for anything? Do they ever say, hey, sorry to all the guys out there that I hurt? Sorry to all the guys out there when I went out to a bar and I pushed them away? Sorry to all the guys out there, that I made buy me a drink? Sorry to all the guys out there I gave my number to? They never apologize for shit. So as a man, never apologize for anything, because they never fucking apologize.
Going forward, so, so that's why I stopped, because I was feeling that I was making other people feel really uncomfortable, and that was making me feel uncomfortable. And even though the suggestion from the people that I was studying from were saying, oh, just keep pushing through it, I just thought, you know what, this is too much. This is not the right energy or vibe. And now I feel like I'm a lot more relaxed, and I feel like, much more able to engage on maybe a little bit more of a real level with females and women, and try to connect with them, just have fun with them, and just see what happens, So anyway, that's why I don't ask out girls anymore, and I just thought I would shoot a video saying that, alright? So I hope you're well. I hope you guys out there find what it is you're looking for in your life, and I love y'all. All right. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to like my video below, subscribe to my channel up above. I do my videos on Wednesdays and sometimes.
Okay, so pretty much that's the video right there. Why I stopped asking out girls. Pick up advice does not work. And pretty much, like I said, I mean, not just because this guy agrees with me. I can relate to this guy in many ways. I think we all can. But see, that's another thing before I wrap this video up. What I want to say is, when you do all these approaches, you put all this pressure on yourself. You start to resent women. You start to hate yourself. You start to hate life. You start to get depressed. You feel like you want to die. What's the point of this? Why isn't this working? And then when you stop, if you have stopped, like I have and he has, after a while, you start to feel better about yourself. Notice that he says he feels better because you don't have this fucking chain on your neck of pressure that I gotta approach these girls. See, I still have guys to this day ask me on my MGTOW channel, why do you go out at night? Why do you go out at night? As I said before, I'm not gonna let these hoes, these fucking dots, ruin my life. I'm not gonna sit in bed on a Friday. I don't go out much on Friday nights anymore. I do sometimes, but I still go out because I like it. I love the nightlife. I love to see what people are doing. I like to see what drunk people are up to. I like to, have a drink, go to some places that I like. I'm not gonna give up my whole life and just stay home because these fucking dots. And one of the best parts now about going out is I don't have this pressure in my head to, I gotta approach these girls. When you go out, you got all these strategies in your head. I gotta approach. I gotta talk to her. I gotta say this. I gotta try that new line. I gotta say that. It's like, I don't have that pressure anymore. I can actually go out. I don't even fucking look at girls, really. I go out and I try to get, content for my live streams, for my podcast that I do. I try to just, even for this channel, actually, the guy who said, oh, why do you go out? Think about it. The two of the best videos I've done so far is one when I ignored those women on my live stream. And then the other one where I put that hoe in her place at that cheesesteak shop, that restaurant, for trying to play me. Think about it. The videos never would have happened if I didn't go out. So you don't have to give up your life. If you don't want to approach women anymore, that's fine. But you don't have to give up your life and go, oh, I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to have fun and I'm just going to sit in the ball and, feel lonely. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. I'm not going to let these fucking thoughts ruin my fucking good time. So anyways, this was a really good video. I'm glad I found it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and yeah, more content on the way. I'll see ya.